Okay guys, back for another cast on the druid. Last time I finished up a long quest chain that ended up in Orgrimmar after I had a detour in Ungoro Crater. That was pretty dangerous. I think now that I think of it, after it's called the quest was called Pawn Captures Queen. And I had an idea that I would sort of finish the quests down there in Ungoro Crater. I still have quite a few left actually. But I decided otherwise because I was looking all over the whole world map sort of, and I could see that there was quite a few there was some level 54 quests left, and I picked up one of them in the Burning Steps. It's the one I have here, Felnok Steelspring. It's actually a follow-up to a quest I did in episode 181 called Broodling Essence. But you can sort of search for it, Broodling Essence there, if so. But this is the follow-up to it. And yeah, I'm just gonna go hand it in. I'm in Winterspring, by the way, the northern part of the Kalimdor continent. So one thing is, this quest is just a go talk to quest, pretty much the kind of type that, oh look, you can go quest there, pretty much, that became available after I did the Broodling Essence quest. The guy's here, and I actually don't know if he gives a follow-up.
Glad I could help!
He did. So there's a level 54 here where I have to get some kind of horns. I guess it's from the local fauna. And then there was another guy, a level 54 here, that this guy gives a level 54 quest called a Strange One, where I have to talk to someone in Felwood.
Be good.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna start out with a little grinding is always nice. So I'm gonna find me some Chillwind horns, and yeah, it looks like they're pretty much all over the map. By the way, I'm still sort of fine-tuning my new microphone and headset and stuff, so to find the perfect balance between my voice and it's one of the guys here, by the way, my voice and the sounds from the game. So if you have an opinion about it, feel free to let me know what you think. At the current state of it, I just gave it the game up a little bit a notch up the sound of it, really. And let's see what these guys can do. So I haven't really killed any of them before, I think. But okay, some some kind of chain lightning stuff, I guess. You can get the stick for the rest. Go. No horn. And my kindred spirit here. Oh, oops. And yeah, okay, so sort of mixed fauna right here, but one of the guys I need is over here. The Venom version, I guess. Okay, so interestingly enough, normally I don't seem to get social aggro like this. I'm just gonna root this guy instead. And heal up. Yeah, I might as well remove the poison as well. No horn still. I'm just gonna dump this guy. I don't really need him. See you, bro. And I'm sure there are some kind of elites roaming around in the area. I haven't really found any of them yet. Not that I'm sort of looking for them, but I just don't want to run into them while I'm, not in the mood for fighting them. So far, and I have probably mentioned that in a previous episode, but so far I have only what's really dangerous so far in the zone is that if you're sort of riding down the road here, you risk sort of riding into 3 level, I think they're around 58 of the local angry teddy bears. And yeah, the local I forgot what they're called actually. And it's not teddy bear, I can say that much. But it was kind of interesting that I got social aggro before from 2 different kind of beasts. That's usually not a thing. Okay, so it's one of these venom spitters again. I thought this might be the melee version of these guys, but I guess it wasn't. So, quite the environmental wise, it's quite a different zone, you could say, from the jungle to the frozen plains here, or the frozen mountains. And I guess, I'm just happy that I can loot, because now I got out of that damn cave in Gold Crater, but there's no reason really to loot the ranged mobs here. Guess it's time for a snack. And Princess Tempestria here, that's yelling something, is probably some kind the local elite, I can imagine. Part of a quest, most likely. So my logistical gene here is telling me to go back and make Everlook, that's the local town here, make it home. Set up my hearthstone there, because with this so far very low drop rate, might have to sort of engage in one of the other quests and then maybe come back here. So it would be an advantage, of course, to have my hearthstone here. Oh, and by the way, I got some gear in this bag here. I'd like to equip it sort of at the same time, so you can see the difference. But we are getting, naturally it's not even close to end game stuff, but I have the staff here that I got from the druid class quest in Sunken Temple, and I just have a buddy of mine, one of the raiders that on the local server here, that told me that this is best in slot before raiding. So I was thinking about putting a sort of a discount, you could say, enchant on it, like 9 and select or something like that. So I asked him if he had it. I know he's enchanter and he's been doing a lot of dungeons and raid, so he might have it as the recipe drop in a dungeon, but it's one of the few that he actually doesn't have. But he knew on the server who had 30 spell power, which is the best. I can only imagine it's the best enchant for caster or DPS. So he would sort of get me acquainted to that guy. And I probably have to scrape the materials together. They are extremely expensive, but he said it would be definitely be worth it because I would keep this staff for a long time. Even though it has lower sort of magical spell damage than my current one, which has 33 nature spell damage, but that's only nature spell. This is both damage and healing spells. So 15 less spell damage on my Ra spells. Except when if I get 30 spell power on it, it'll have 48 spell power instead of 33. But I'll have spell power for my arcane spells as well, Moonfire and Starfire, and the spell power is for healing spells as well. Not to mention the restore 7 mana per 5 seconds is really huge, and the 1% crit, so definitely a better staff that I have equipped at the moment. Yeah, but I got some work to do. I had a few of the materials, but I think we're talking maybe 140, 50 gold, something like that, even when I have some of the mats already. So yeah, it's a major investment, but if I gonna have the staff for a long time, then it's a good investment, I think. When I hopefully make it to level 60, there will be quite some grinds to do, and that additional damage will make things somewhat easier. Also, it's always nice, of course, to improve your character, and yeah, well, easier is just nice. And if I have to run some dungeons, if it'll be possible, some of the endgame dungeons, like say Stratholm and Skoloman, stuff like that, then yeah, it'll make everything easier. Anyway, back to business. Yeah, the drop rate is terrible, to be honest. So yeah, I might have to look for these guys somewhere else, but there should be maybe one down here by the lake. I'm just gonna check it out. Yeah, it's one here. Yeah, I can't help it with the roots. Apparently it's stuck in my fingers. There's another one there. Oh, probably this one that it shows on the map. Oh. My remove poison spell didn't really work too well there. Oh, okay, maybe I had multiple poison. I probably did. So I'm just gonna go up here before I eat and drink where I can see a little more. I'm not sort of that acquainted to the zone really, so yeah. Anyway, the guys that I was looking for, they're here. Not 58, but 57. So there was one of the guys that died. He sort of, yeah. These guys walks the road itself, so he was riding down the road, and I guess he was sort of semi-AFK. And then he engaged them. So 3 of these guys, when you're not prepared for it, that's a pretty nasty experience for a below level 60 character. So yeah, I'm gonna hunt a bit more of these guys, the chill dudes. And we got a local... Okay, yeah, so they're called Timbermore, these guys, the local teddies I was talking about. I'm not quite sure what the flower is for, but it'll probably become handy. So... okay, so here's another one. And I actually got one. It's nice to see that these quest item actually drops. Yeah, there should be a few more down this pathway. They may share spawn point with the other guys here, the owl beasts and whatnot. And I actually got another one, very nice. So I could take off to Felwood, and naturally I'm tempted, as this quest seems to have a very low drop rate, but maybe it's not even that low. Maybe I just got, I think, 2 in a row. But yeah, I think the problem is maybe more that, you know, the mobs are sort of spread out all over the map. There seems to be a lot of them up here though. That might sort of ease the quest a little bit. So I think I'm going there first before I head off to Felwood. I think this quest, it rewards me, Everlook reputation, which is one of the 4 Steamweedle cartel factions, and yeah, sure, it's nice reputation, but I'm more into like the 4 main horde. So there are the other quests here, a strange one, and the follow up to those gives Undercity reputation. So I definitely want to get these done before I reach level 60. Just gonna stay off the road a bit because, like I said, they're actually right there to my left. The local mafia. Should be a single one up up here. According to Questy anyway. Or maybe a couple. And that's 3 in a row, not bad, guys. Oh, there's actually one right here. Oh, 2. Let's take this guy. Oh. Probably gonna get a double pull here. Yeah. So I'm gonna root one and then run off and fight the other. There we go. I can imagine these guys will get pretty nasty if you get too much of these sort of poison stacks on you. I'm just making sure I'm not gonna get extra aggro from something here. Alright, so I ended up getting 4 in a row, not too bad. And I was thinking about if I should explore this area while I'm here. And it's back to the bad streak, I'm afraid. I'm not gonna commit a homicide on this guy today. My fellow owl guy here. I got an idea that this is some kind of alliance outpost. I'm not sure though, but I don't have any quests up here, so I should probably be a little bit wary. Starfall Village sounds very sort of elven-like. I'm just gonna leave it for now. As there's no quest for me, it's probably not my kind of area, you could say. At least not for now. I'm a little curious though, so I might just stealth in and see what's in there. Okay, it's definitely very elvish, sort of like night elvish building look-alike. Yeah. Curiosity killed the cat, I know. Yeah, okay. Mr. Level 62 Alliance, so I'm just gonna go bye-bye. So, but yeah, let's just say hunch confirmed. So there's a mountain silver thingy flower here. I'm just gonna look inside the hut first to see if I can pick it at all. It says some level 60 plus alliance NPC in there. I'm not gonna do it, I think. Well, maybe I will. I'm just gonna see what's inside. Well, seems no one's home, so I'm just gonna pick it up anyway. How this episode turned out to something sneaky here. And then back to business. So there should be a ton of these Chimera guys down here. First one here. Oh my. Somewhat higher level though. Guess this is the melee version. And yet, it's hardly worth sort of buffing up with my mana regeneration stuff because, I mean, the mobs are so far apart, so I'm just kind of burning my buffs otherwise. I'm tempted to try on the other side. I got a feeling that the closer to the town, the lower level, but they seem to be sort of stacking pretty well over here as well. And even though there's a lot of experience, 150,000, maybe even more, I prefer to having, you know, a huge amount to draw from in order to get the last of the level 54 quests completed. After that, by the way, it's pretty much doesn't matter anymore, because when the quests are level 55, I'd get full reputation from them. From 55 to 60, it's full reputation gains. As completing them as level 60, as they are 5 levels below my own level. And I actually got one, so it seems like it's the right decision, even though it's probably just luck. Oh shit. So, yeah, sorry about the language, but some bad boy down there. Yeah. Just gonna bring this guy with me. I'm not in the mood for, like, being dragon food this morning. There we go. I don't know what level he is, but yeah, I got an idea he's somewhat higher than me. 59. At least I got one as a reward, you could say. I'm just gonna mark this guy. I think it's one of the local rares. The reason why I've seen him before at all was that there was some guy that was killing bots. And he used to, if there was any bots sort of farming here in Winterspring, then he would sort of lure them into the vicinity of this guy. And he would then finish off the bots. I have no idea about his flight path, but yeah, as long as it's not connected to my path, I'm very content. So there was another one up here. And 2 more guys. Yeah, but it's quite a long quest compared to what I thought it was. You know, this is like a 10-minute quest, no problem. But when, like I said, when the mobs are spread out over an area that I don't know very well, yeah, then it's gonna take some time, and it's okay. I got time, patience for the win, guys. So I pulled this guy with Moonfire. Normally I don't do that, but it's because he's sort of running off, and there was another mob in that direction where he was, well, he's not running, he's flying, but he was flying in this direction, and there was another mob there, so to avoid that other mob, these guys seem to, yeah, well, it's just luck probably, but they seem to have a higher drop rate than the higher level guys that was up there. And this is pretty okay. I mean, I can explore a bit of the area as well here while I'm here in a safe and orderly fashion. Let's see if we can dodge Mr. Bear, and then I'm gonna see there should be maybe another 2 down here. Yeah, I'm just gonna check my behind. Looks good. And then another chance up here. There's one more out to my right here, and yeah. It's not needed, that's nice. I'll snatch the ice cap though. So yeah, this is the wrong direction, you could say, if I'm heading home to complete, but yeah, I was thinking if I should maybe explore a little area here, now that I'm here. Okay, so ice, yeah, got Danish dialect here. Ice. Okay, for some reason that's really hard to say. Or pronounce. Ice Thistle Hill. Yeah, there we go. It's the thistle. It's not a sound we have in my language. So it's funny how you get used to, of course, your own language, or maybe one or two other languages. Here's Bad Boy again, by the way. And then when you have to learn a new language where there are new sounds, it's like, you have to sort of recalibrate your mouth, really. Yeah, local alliance fly guy here. They won't attack you unless being attacked by you, by the way. So it'll be interesting to see what if he has more level 54 quests to offer. Let's see what he has to say.
Talk to me! Hurry back! Glad I could help!
Okay, so...
Keep it real!
Actually he does, and I'm probably gonna return this off recording, because I have to get back to the burning steps with this. But there's a decent reward here, at least, yeah. Imagine for, say, a self-found, and the axe there would be pretty cool. Just gonna fly to Felwood. Let's see. There we go.
Go forth.
I'm just gonna see again here. So, if you were to be a self-found, I could imagine that this axe would be pretty badass if you were using a one-handed axe, of course. It's more, I think, basic DPS than what you get from Scarlet Monastery or something like that. But I don't know where you would find a decent axe before that, actually. The scepter is not terrible either. I mean, it's okay stats if you had a nice offhand. Anyway, next quest here is... in Felwood, and I'm supposed to talk to... There we go. I'm supposed to talk to some NPC at the Horde sort of quest hub, the main quest hub at least. It's here. I think the Alliance quest hub is up here. And then there's sort of a mutual here, not to mention that there's a few extra NPCs, including the Timbermore Hold, that I will engage at some point in order to try to improve my reputation. It's mainly done in this area up here, or you can do it up here at least, and as you can see, there's a ton of quests up here. But yeah, there's no rush there. They're all level 55 or above. I think the NPC that I'm supposed to hand in the quest to, I'm just gonna look. She has another one. Yeah, she's called Winter Hazard, if you can see it here, and I have a completed quest to her. It's the one I'm bringing from Everlook in where I just came from, and then she has an additional called Well of Corruption. So these two are the quests that I'm interested in. In order, like I said initially, as my strategic goal my long-term goal is to complete as many of the level 54s as possible, especially those that award reputation before I reach level 60, so I'll get the full amount. While I'm flying here, you can see pretty much how far I am. I'm revered with all the sort of main horde factions, some more than other. And yeah, this is how far you can get so far when completing all the quests. So let's take Orgrimmar, which is the one that's furthest. I still need 14,000 reputation, and you can get 50 reputation from handing in 20 rune cloth. So yeah, you do the math. To me, it's worth it doing all these low-level quests. And yeah, I'm having an okay time with it, and hopefully it could be some kind of help to new players to see how you can complete the quests without dying. Yeah, I hope so. I guess that's the purpose. Besides of me having fun doing these quests, the content here is that hopefully I can help others as well, and that may be the reason why this channel is not so interesting for pro players, because they know these quests by heart, or this is simply too boring to complete all these low-level quests. Anyway, back to business. We have now a new mission where I'm supposed to... I think I got some kind of glass. Yeah, okay. So I'm supposed to fill up this glass down there. That's where we're going. And about the channel, yeah, I do, however, for many years of playing, especially for 10 years ago, when I was still sort of playing WoW for real, you could say. I do have some tips and tricks on how you can maybe even do some difficult quests solo as well, and that does become useful on a server like this, where the population is still fairly low. I really like the server though, because the people that remain here are very dedicated, and they all seem very nice. I haven't really met one single dickhead, to be honest. Sure, some of them are a little sort of elitist, not jerks, but elitist. You can sort of feel it when you're in a dungeon with someone and they want to get it over with quick. They're not that talkative, and they are rushing things somewhat in order to, because to them it's probably a little boring. I can understand that. I mean, if you're used to high-end content and sort of lower level dungeons, they must be a little boring. I can understand that, but I don't know. To me, the game starts at level 1. It's a phrase I've often heard. The game starts at level 60. I never ever saw it like that. Let's see if I can snatch this. I could, without getting mauled by the bear guys. I don't even know what potions these flowers are for. I just know that they're sort of endgame content. Usually when you pick flowers in endgame zones, and this is one of them actually, it's sort of mid to high level 50 zone. I think actually I have to go down here somewhere. Yeah, maybe I even passed it. I had an idea that the area was down here where I haven't explored yet, but I don't think it is. So this is Satyr territory. Even though we haven't seen any of them yet. And this guy, by the way, is my buddy here that would help me get together with one of the guys that has... oh, it looks like someone is farming here. That's just fine with me. Maybe someone's even doing the same quest. But KV Loco here is... okay, so we got some kind of Night Elf Hunter here. I'm just gonna let him do the mobs. I mean, they have to kill him no matter what. But KV Loco here is one of the raiders. I know him for a long time back in the day when he was. I think we did I just passed one of these guys, so yeah, maybe I should pay a little bit of attention. As you can see, there's quite a few of these sort of stealth guys here. But KV Loco, I know him from back in the day. Him and another Greek and some Norwegian guy, a guy called Biashenko. They were doing a lot of dungeons and stuff, and I happened to be them with both my priest and Black Blossom here. We did with Black Blossom here. I did I think it was the elite quest in the hinterlands. This is one of the places where you want to make sure that they don't have some kind of knockback, because that would get kind of nasty otherwise. There we go. So I'm just making a small, escape route if there's some kind of stealth or something that I'm not aware of here. And it's pretty stupid of me really to be standing like this, because if the mob had some kind of knockback, then I'd be in deep shit here. The only thing I could do would really be to go cat form, because I'll have reduced damage taken then. Let's fill up the baby here. And I'm out. I'm just gonna let the Night Elf Hunter there do his job. Maybe it's even a bot, I don't know. Fits me quite nicely though that he's killing the mobs. Some of these bots, by the way, after there was one guy that sort of really started it for real, and he made a channel where he's killing bots, and he said that some of them were programmed when he was in the vicinity to simply, run back to mama, log out. I'm just gonna see if this guy wants to say hello. This could be sort of a, let's see what he's called. Just gonna see his pet as well. Steed Felix and... okay, so his bird is called Owl. Just gonna say hi.
Greetings. Our ancestors be praised.
Yeah, I don't know. It might just be an alliance guy, I don't know. But I don't think there's that many bots left here on the server. This could be one of them for sure. I mean, mainly it's for... why would he sort of be doing mobs here if it was a bot? It's because those mobs have a chance to drop fell cloth. And I don't... that's not... usually bots, if they have some... if the guy that's sort of controlling them have some kind of brain, then he will put the bots where they are not sort of taking up space for people that are questing. If a bot is killing quest mobs that you need and you have to wait for them, then typically you will be more interested in... yeah, and getting rid of the bot, meaning reporting it. So usually bots will, they will be farming somewhere where there's no quest mobs around. And I guess there's not that many quest mobs around there, except the one that I'm doing, really. I think during the last year or so that I've been playing hardcore, I think I reported maybe 50 bots or something like that, and I've got maybe 20 replies or something like that from Blizzard, where they say that they thank you for the information and that action would be taken. And it's a small victory because hopefully, they'll get rid of the bot. There's a lot of people saying, including on this server, that there's no point fighting bots. Blizzards aren't doing anything because they're making money on the bots, and I don't know about that. Maybe not. I still report them if I feel sure about it's a bot. I don't know about this guy because if it's it's an alliance player. Some of them, of course, they have a resentment, even though this is just a PvE server, player versus environment, not a PvP server, player versus player. So I don't know. People tend to not care too much about the other faction. Yeah, but I have had quite some interaction with Alliance. I don't hate them or anything like that. So yeah, if they're annoying, I'm annoying, etc. I pretty much handle them like I would handle any other in real life as well. So if you treat me good, I treat you good, and reverse. Anyway, I'm gonna head into quest.
Our time will come.
So 100 Undercity reputation, and Winnie Hazard here is gonna do some terrible stuff to her cat, I guess. And
what now?
Okay, so I'm supposed to take the cat back to where I just came from and release it, and it'll probably do something terrible to the local population. And it reminds me of another quest in the area. I don't remember from which episode, where you have to do I think it was in the neighboring zone, actually. So there was a little lack of imagination, I think, when they did these quests, because here in Jadinar village, right next to, you had to do the same, where you sort of go kill some guys there, and after you killed them, come back, get a reward, and then they send you back to the exact same place to fill up a vial. So yeah, maybe you could have done both of them at the same time, but no, you have to ride back and forth. I think some of these quests maybe are programmed as well for, try to get some engagement on the PvP servers, make sure the players have to, tour around a lot on the local map, so they will almost surely run into the other faction. But yeah, I'll do it. I'll release her cat, no problem. If I can get 100 Undercity reputation, I'll do anything. Well, almost. I think, by the way, the quest here, Return to Tingy, the one that I've sort of completed, where I have to return to, what was it? Burning Steps. There might be a follow-up. It's and I might take it as well, but I think it's actually a dungeon quest, maybe a level 54, 55. I'll probably pick it up. If at some point I might get lucky and someone makes a level 60 group for sort of a low level tier level 60 that are poorly geared, which I am at the moment. It's not that bad, but I'm not well geared, you could say. So, oh. Okay, so I got 2 of these guys on me now. Maybe I'll dump them down by here by the wannabe bot. He doesn't seem to care much about it. But yeah, I normally the bots are always hunters. I think there can be other classes as well, but I suppose it's just easier to have a hunter survive when you have a pet like that. I've never seen any sort of bots or any players or bots or whatever you want to call it that where I was sure it was a bot when it wasn't a hunter. And usually the sort of the sure thing about the bots back when the hardcore server started, and there was a lot of hype around it, so there was a rather huge population, and therefore there was money in it for the people controlling the bots. I'm just gonna bring this guy over here if possible. Is he coming? Yeah. But usually, by the way, when you have a cliff like this and you don't want to take a cliff dive because this guy maybe stunts you or throws you over the cliff with some kind of knockback, and have your back pointing in the right direction, you can say. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, but about the bots, the reason why I was sure it was a bot, or as sure as I can be, is that they're pigs, and they always had a pig as a pet. They would... I'm just gonna release this thing here. Okay, so I have to return the cat. Okay. Let's see if I can sneak my way out, or if the cat goes banana on its ways out. I'm just gonna have to see about that. So I don't wanna, stir up the hive here completely. But it seems to be a nice, well-behaved cat here. It doesn't kill everything around it, or attack it at least. But what I was about to say about the bots is that they all had a pig for a pet. That's nothing special. But the pet was always called some Asian letters, probably Chinese. And that's when I knew it was a bot. So if you've sort of made a follow-up and then that never proved me wrong, then you could see that the bot was running in sort of weird patterns. This guy is a little suspicious though, because if you want to kill these mobs that are here, why don't you run in there? There's a ton of them. Let's just see what he's gonna do. His pattern is a little bit odd, to be honest. And also, yeah, I think I'm just gonna report him. So now you can see how you do it. So, cheating, yeah, let's try that. I might be wrong, but I don't know. I just think it's kind of odd that he would just grind here over and over. And usually when people sort of make a gesture at me, then I naturally make a gesture in return. Especially on a low pop server. But yeah, of course, it doesn't prove anything. It's more like his pattern, especially when he's 60 and these mobs are so low. It's odd that he's running in these small circles in order to... He's almost waiting for the mobs to respawn. That seems a little odd. Sure, maybe he's tired. And that won't be fair. It's 05:52. So anyway, let's go hand in the kitty. I almost feel like a hunter myself now. And one thing about World of Warcraft is that I sort of found out now that I'm making these episodes is that one thing is that, well, you find out that pretty quickly when you start playing, but that you just have to do this and this and then you're done. But there's always like 20 things in between, so everything always takes longer than you expect. And that's quite alright. It's part of the game, and I kind of like that. Doesn't matter. But typically, you know, except when it's very low level, when I'm doing the really low level quest in the beginning of the game, where you can sort of make there's another plague bloom here. I'm just gonna take it, guys. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, but World of Warcraft Vanilla is so is so well programmed, really, or put together that, you know, there's always something that distracts you. So you just have to do this and that. But what I've noticed after I made a channel here and upload some video on a regular basis is typically you can sort of make 2 or 3 quests within an hour. And yeah, and it'll pretty much be the same now. And I think by the way, around an hour seems to be a fair episode. Sometimes I make shorter videos, but it has to do with, you know, if there's a difficult quest, and I know there's a lot of people that have died from it, then I prefer making that quest, you know, so it's easy for people to look it up. If so, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk to her.
Forsaken.
There we go. Okay, so I'll release my cat, and I'm just going to talk to her. Okay, so there's a 56 here. It's maybe one of the last quests here in this area. I'm just going to pick it up now that I'm here. And let's see if there was some stuff just have to get down.
Well,
There was some stuff I could sell here.
winds be at your back.
There we go.
Farewell.
So, I'm gonna, while I stay here with my bros in, this quest hub in Felwood, I'm gonna bid you a farewell. I'm gonna hand in this quest off screen and probably pick up the follow-up, which is, I think is, but I'll tell you about it in the next episode. So, as usual, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.